You stand at a crossroads where the weight of the moment presses against your soul. Most people crumble here, surrendering to the seductive whisper of surrender. But you're not most people. There's a fire inside you, a relentless drive that refuses to flicker out. This moment, your moment, is not the end. It's the crucible where your destiny is forged. The choice is stark. Collapse under pressure or rise to meet it, proving your dream is worth every ounce of fight you've got. Let's ignite the mindset that pulls you through the storm and into your greatness, the voice of resilience. When the urge to quit screams loudest, it feels rational, even wise. It cloaks itself in comfort, promising relief if you just walk away. But that voice is a liar. It's fear dressed as reason, the ghost of a smaller self, begging you to stay safe. You weren't born to shrink. You were made to soar. The battle you're fighting isn't just a hurdle. It's the raw material of your destiny. Without resistance, there's no growth. Pressure isn't punishment. It's preparation. Champions aren't born in comfort. George Washington endured betrayal and brutal winters, yet he marched forward. Thomas Edison faced 10,000 failures before illuminating the world. Their struggles didn't block their success. They built it. Your challenge is no different. It's not just an obstacle. It's the story of who you're becoming. Quitting might ease the moment, but it trades your future for regret, a burden far heavier than any struggle. You've survived storms before. You've been knocked down and risen again. This time is no different. You will outlast this too.
Discomfort is the price of transformation. Think of the butterfly, wrestling against its cocoon to strengthen its wings. Without that struggle, it would never fly. Your challenges are your cocoon, building your capacity to soar. Beneath the noise of doubt lies a deeper truth. You have untapped reservoirs of strength. Every time you choose to push forward, you tap into that power. The world doesn't reward the timid. It honors those who persist. Your resilience isn't just about surviving today's fight. It's about inspiring others tomorrow. Your story becomes a beacon, guiding those lost in their own storms, the unyielding path.
Success doesn't come to those who wish for it. It comes to those who endure. The most dangerous moment isn't when everything falls apart. It's when your belief in yourself starts to crack. That's when you decide, will you be ruled by fleeting emotions or fueled by unshakable faith? True progress is born in the quiet moments when no one's watching, when you take one more step despite the silence. That step, repeated with discipline, becomes a habit. That habit becomes a lifestyle, and that lifestyle shapes your destiny. Look at Abraham Lincoln. Political defeats, family tragedies, and crushing depression didn't stop him. He led a nation through its darkest hour, not because he was lucky, but because he was relentless. Your potential isn't buried in your past. It's ignited by your persistence. The question isn't, can you succeed? It's, will you keep going long enough to find out? Every moment you press on, you're an inch closer to the life you were meant for. Talent alone is an unlit match, full of potential, but useless without friction. That friction comes from pushing against resistance, from choosing growth over comfort. What separates the extraordinary isn't natural ability, it's supernatural resolve. Your greatest breakthroughs lie just beyond your breaking point. Most retreat when the pressure mounts. Unaware, it's transforming them into someone capable of carrying greater weight. Think of a diamond, formed under crushing pressure deep within the earth. Your struggles aren't here to destroy you. They're here to forge you into something extraordinary, the sacred promise. Quitting is the easiest choice, but it costs the most. Your dreams, your confidence, your identity. Once you surrender to fear, it becomes easier to do it again and harder to return. Don't fall into that trap. You weren't created to drift through life, envying others' luck. Success is often one more try away. You carry the fire of every ancestor who refused to back down. Don't let comfort smother it. Winston Churchill, dismissed and scorned, spoke courage to a broken nation. Never give in. He didn't, and neither should you. When everything screams that it's over, that's when your breakthrough begins to take shape. Dig in, breathe deep, and take the next step. Not because it's easy, but because you promised yourself you would. That promise is sacred. Keep it. Your resilience is your birthright, but you must claim it. The real enemy isn't outside. It's the voice within, whispering excuses. Silence it with unwavering commitment to your highest vision. Pain is temporary. Regret is permanent. Every master was once a disaster, every expert a beginner. The only difference? They refuse to let early failures define their final outcome. Your legacy is being written now in how you respond to adversity. Will future generations speak of your courage or your surrender? Choose daily, in the moments when no one's watching. Stand firm, press on. You're more capable than you realize, closer to your breakthrough than you know. The edge of greatness. Every story of greatness begins at the edge of despair. Victory doesn't go to the most talented, it goes to the most committed. Consistency outlasts talent. Grit outruns genius. Jack Dempsey, born into poverty, fought through hunger and hardship to become heavyweight champion. He trained when he was broke, believed when no one else did. The question isn't whether the road is hard, it is. The question is whether you'll keep walking anyway.
Don't envy success, earn it. Every drop of sweat is a seed for future greatness. When voices whisper, "This is too much," shout back, "I am more than enough." History doesn't remember the gifted who quit. It honors the determined who endured. Your darkest moments aren't signals to retreat. They're invitations to discover strengths you didn't know you had. When you feel like quitting, you're standing at the threshold of transformation. One more step, one more day, one more try. That's where your character is forged.
Most overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what a year of consistent effort can achieve. Small actions, repeated with conviction, build unstoppable momentum. Rejection is just a step closer to a yes. Failure is feedback, not finality. The path to mastery twists through valleys of doubt and plateaus of stagnation. But these aren't detours. They're essential. The universe tests those daring enough to chase greatness, not to defeat them, but to reveal their true potential. Shortcuts lead to fleeting wins. Persistence builds lasting victories. The emerging champion.
There's a version of you that already knows how to overcome this. You just haven't met them yet. Keep going, and you will. Inside every obstacle is a gift wrapped in resistance. Most see only the pain, not the prize, but you're different. You've decided struggle is the path, not the enemy. Fear isn't your master, it's your motivator. Wilma Rudolph was told she'd never walk again, yet she trained, believed, and became the fastest woman on earth. That's the power of not quitting. Your reward may not be visible today, but it's coming. Brick by brick, day by day, you're building unshakable self-belief. Ask yourself, will I look back on this moment with pride or regret? Only you decide. Stay in the fight. Your breakthrough isn't behind you. It's one more day of effort ahead. The most powerful version of you exists on the other side of persistence, forged by storms, pain, and rejection. This isn't a fantasy. It's inevitable if you refuse to surrender. The universe tests your commitment through resistance. Each push forward proves your worthiness for the prize. Like gold refined by fire, your challenges burn away impurities, revealing your true value. Transformation isn't linear, it's exponential. The seeds you plant in tough soil today will burst forth with unexpected vigor tomorrow. Your mind will try to convince you of limitations, but they're just outdated instincts. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who almost do lies in moments like this, when continuing seems illogical, yet you persist anyway. The crucible of growth. Pain often masquerades as a signal to stop, but it's really a call to grow. The moment it hurts is when you evolve. Most mistake discomfort for danger, retreating to the familiar. But growth lives outside the familiar, in the struggle, the confusion, the uncertainty. That's where your strength is tested. Nothing extraordinary is born in ease. Winners don't panic under pressure. They trust it to mold them. Florence Nightingale revolutionized nursing in war zones, not comfort. She had every reason to quit, but her purpose overpowered her panic. You face the same choice, ease now or excellence later. You can't have both. Every ache in your soul is shaping something sacred. Don't run. Rise. Your instinct for self-preservation may urge retreat, but that's just ancient programming holding you back. Override it. Resistance isn't your enemy. It's your teacher, revealing where strength must be built, where wisdom must be earned. Muscles grow through stress, rebuilding stronger after strain. Your challenges work the same way, creating temporary wounds that heal into permanent power. Society celebrates the triumph but ignores the anguish behind it. The applause comes after the rejection, the breakthrough after the breakdown. Most abandon their path when transformation begins, misinterpreting discomfort as failure. Don't make that mistake. Your capacity to withstand pressure determines your capacity for greatness. The battle within. The urge to quit often arrives cloaked in logic. Reasons, justifications, excuses that sound reasonable. But logic born of fear is never wisdom. It's a trap. When you start rationalizing surrender, that's when you must push hardest. Breakthroughs hide behind resistance, and most never reach them because they listen to the wrong voice. You win by mastering your mental conversation, speaking truth louder than doubt. Discipline isn't found in feelings, it's forged in decisions. Theodore Roosevelt, battered by illness, loss, and betrayal, lived by his creed. The man in the arena dares greatly. He didn't stand on the sidelines, and neither should you. Stop negotiating with fear. Declare war on excuses. Your mind is both your greatest ally and fiercest opponent, generating visions that inspire and doubts that paralyze. The battle for achievement is won or lost in your thoughts. Your brain, wired for survival, spins tales of retreat. You've done enough. This isn't working. Those aren't truths. They're fear in disguise. Well, true wisdom acknowledges difficulty but moves forward anyway. The greatest deception is that quitting will bring relief. It won't. It brings regret, a heavier weight than any struggle. The Wright brothers faced hundreds of failed attempts before flight. Edison endured thousands before the light bulb. Their greatness wasn't in avoiding failure, but in refusing to accept it as final. When surrender tempts you, ask,
Who will I become if I quit? How will this shape my future self? Courage isn't a trait, it's a choice made repeatedly in uncertainty. The power of response. There's a space between what you feel and what you do. That space determines everything. Most react impulsively. The great respond deliberately. Emotions are cues, not commands. You can train that space, stretch it, master it. Emotional discipline is the foundation of lasting greatness. Harriet Tubman didn't let fear paralyze her. She walked into danger repeatedly because she knew what was at stake. The next time you feel like quitting, pause, breathe, and ask, who do I want to become? Then act accordingly. This sacred pause between stimulus and response is where your freedom lives. The untrained mind reacts instantly, surrendering to emotion. The disciplined mind observes, reflects, and chooses. Feelings are messengers, not masters. Fear delivers information, not instruction. Frustration highlights problems, not solutions. You can't always control what happens, but you always control how you respond. Water flows around obstacles, finding a path without losing its essence. That's emotional mastery, adapting without abandoning your purpose. Society often mistakes impulsivity for passion, but true passion is sustained commitment despite emotional swings. Great leaders didn't lack fear or doubt. They refused to let those emotions dictate their actions. Practice this in small moments. Pause before speaking in anger. Breathe before deciding in anxiety. Each pause strengthens your self-governance. In high-pressure moments, this space becomes your greatest asset, letting you choose clarity over chaos, purpose over panic. The unseen breakthrough. When nothing seems to work, most walk away. But that's often when the shift is about to happen. The darkest hour comes before dawn. If you quit now, you might miss your harvest by a single day. Delay isn't denial, it's preparation. Your trial is sharpening tools you'll need later. Success isn't linear, it spirals, stumbles, and surges. Keep showing up even when you don't feel it. Discipline is your ritual, forging your destiny with every fight against discouragement. Helen Keller, born into silence and darkness, unlocked a world of words through stubborn repetition. From nothing came everything. Don't measure your future by today's frustration. The seed rots before it sprouts. The butterfly struggles before it flies. Progress works beneath the surface, invisible but powerful. Consistency in apparent futility is the ultimate test. Anyone can persist when results are clear. The extraordinary endure when feedback is absent. Your dessert is where you prove whether you'll reach your promised land. Frustration is feedback, not failure. It shows where to adjust, learn, and evolve. The path to mastery is marked by plateaus that give way to quantum leaps. Trust the process. Your breakthrough isn't behind you. It's one more day of effort ahead. Your future self is watching, hoping you'll keep going. Don't let them down. The awakening of greatness. Greatness isn't foreign to you, it's within you, waiting to be uncovered. Struggle is your shovel, consistency your chisel, belief your light. If you don't dig, you won't find it. If you don't believe, you won't see it. Stop waiting for external validation. Truth comes from action. Be undeniable. Andrew Carnegie, a poor immigrant, rose to dominate steel and philanthropy, not because he was born rich, but because he was willing to learn, persist, and become. You don't chase greatness, you build it, one disciplined day at a time. Like a sculptor revealing a statue from marble, your journey is about removing limitations, not adding something new. Obstacles aren't barriers. They're the conditions for your brilliance to emerge. Society conditions you to seek approval before conviction, but masters act first, and recognition follows. Doubts are just thoughts, clouds passing across your mind. They have no weight unless you give it to them. Belief isn't blind optimism. It's the conviction that propels action when results seem distant. Every skyscraper, every breakthrough, every masterpiece began as a spark in someone's mind. Your greatness follows the same path. Each choice to act despite fear chips away at doubt, compounding into undeniable proof of your capacity. Listen to the quiet voice beneath the noise. It knows your path. Your unique strengths and passions are unrepeatable. The world doesn't need a copy. It needs your original, the fire that refines. Every setback carries a message, but most retreat before hearing it, mistaking resistance for rejection. Stay in the fire. It doesn't destroy you. It defines you. Each failure carves wisdom into your soul, and wisdom is the real wealth. Benjamin Disraeli was mocked and hissed out of Parliament, yet he refined his message and rose to become one of Britain's greatest prime ministers. The most profound lessons come wrapped in pain, revealing weaknesses to strengthen, blind spots to illuminate. Obstacles are opportunities in disguise. Rejection redirects you to a better path. Failure clears space for stronger beginnings. Don't waste your wounds. Let them teach you. Transform setbacks into strategies, obstacles into opportunities. History's giants didn't avoid failure. They metabolized it into fuel. The difference between those who merely endure life and those who extract wisdom lies in reflection. Two people can face the same challenge. One grows bitter, the other better. The choice is yours. Stay in the refining fire. Let it burn away what's non-essential. forging what's powerful. Your struggles aren't just tests. They're creators of your character. Wisdom comes from lived challenges, processed and applied. Your capacity for greatness isn't granted, it's earned. The silent path of greatness. In the quiet corners of ambition, where no one watches, your true character emerges. When efforts seem to vanish into indifference, that's the ultimate test of resolve. Most crave applause before earning it, wilting without validation. But greatness walks a silent path, unmarked by fanfare, yet the choice is simple but brutal. Persist when no one notices or surrender to the whisper of why bother. Marie Curie worked in a poorly ventilated shed, her hands glowing from radioactive exposure, dismissed as merely her husband's assistant. Yet she persisted, changing medicine and physics forever. Her belief in her work sustained her through obscurity. Your efforts, unseen today, plant seeds for tomorrow's impact. Their value doesn't diminish without witnesses. Your task is to endure the silence until your seeds sprout. The question isn't whether the spotlight will find you, it's whether you'll have something worth seeing when it does. The battlefield within. Your mind is your battlefield, and self-doubt is the first enemy. It whispers you're not enough, not ready, not worthy. But those are lies. You were born with purpose, and courage, not comfort, unlocks it. Doubt's power exists only if you believe it. Silence it with action. Each step forward dismantles its hold. Each risk builds courage as your default. Belief isn't born whole. It's built through repetition, showing up when motivation fades. Booker T. Washington, born into slavery, refused to accept limitation. He educated himself in stolen moments, walked 500 miles to school, and built Tuskegee Institute from the ground up. His belief in possibility outshone his circumstances. You face the same choice. Will you see beyond your past to what you might become? Doubt never fully vanishes, but action drowns it out. Your battlefield is within, and victory comes not from perfect confidence, but from taking the next step despite uncertainty, beyond readiness. If you wait to feel ready, you'll wait forever. Readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. You don't need perfect conditions, just a reason stronger than your excuses. The Wright brothers, mere bicycle mechanics, faced ridicule and crashes, but acted before they felt confident. Their willingness, not perfection, birthed flight. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. Fear and excitement feel the same, only your interpretation differs. Stop negotiating with hesitation. Act now with what you have. What would happen if you moved today? Despite fear, despite limited resources, the question isn't are you ready, it's are you willing. Each bold step rewires your self-image, turning I could never into I already have. Hesitation steals opportunity while promising safety. The Wright brothers didn't wait for credentials. They acted, crashed, refined, and soared. Be willing, not fearless. Your action today shapes history tomorrow, the slow masterpiece. Success isn't a spark, it's a slow burn. Most overestimate what a week can do and underestimate what 5 years of consistent effort can achieve. Greatness is built like muscle. Repetition, strain, recovery, repeat. While others chase quick wins, the exceptional embrace the monotony of persistence. When motivation fades, discipline carries you. When results seem invisible, faith sustains you. The world notices not because you demand it, but because you earn it. James J. Hill, a clerk turned railroad tycoon, built the Great Northern Railway over decades, studying routes, inspecting sites, and developing settlements. No one clapped at first, but his empire moved a nation. Your work today, spreadsheets, prototypes, small tasks, isn't small. It's the foundation of your masterpiece. Will you keep laying bricks when no one watches? Your patience must match your ambition. The final stretch. The temptation to quit is strongest just before the reward. Fatigue screams, doubts sharpen, shortcuts tempt. But this isn't the time to pull back, it's the time to lock in. Discomfort signals you're near, not far. A body in motion stays in motion. Even a slow step defies failure. Gold endures the hottest flame before it's purified. A marathoner pushes through the wall at mile 20. Your momentum is your advantage. Don't stop now. Thomas Paine rallied a wavering revolution with these are the times that try men's souls. He didn't quit when defeat loomed. He doubled down, and freedom followed. Your battlegrounds, the intimidating presentation, the tough conversation, the habit you're struggling to build are your final stretch. Dig deeper. Find reserves you didn't know you had. What awaits isn't just achievement, it's transformation. You become someone new by finishing what others abandoned, the necessary resistance. Resistance isn't your enemy, it's your training partner. The more it pushes, the stronger you grow. Muscles don't grow without opposition, neither do you. Obstacles, closed doors, critics, they're not signs to stop, but proof you're building something real. Clara Barton faced skepticism and rejection to found the American Red Cross, refining her vision through resistance until the impossible became reality. Her persistence turned opposition into opportunity. Friction confirms you're attempting something significant. The presentation that scares you, the project that stretches you, these are transforming you more than ease ever could. Each challenge is a catalyst, reconstructing you cell by cell, choice by choice. Don't fear resistance. Welcome it. The path of least resistance leads to mediocrity, but the path of challenge leads to impact. When the shore is hidden. When motivation fades, that's not failure. It's feedback. Reconnect with your why. Emotion wanes, but conviction endures. The initial excitement of any pursuit fades, but that's not a flaw. It's the rhythm of effort. Action reignites motivation, not the other way around. Florence Chadwick stopped to swim when fog hid the shore, only to learn she was a mile from victory. On her next attempt, she visualized the shore in her mind and set a record. Your shore may be hidden by doubt or fatigue, but it's there. Keep swimming, guided by conviction, not fleeting feelings. The voice within. Your self-talk scripts your future. Doubtful words breed hesitation. Belief fuels bold action. You don't need the world's applause, just your own. Replace I can't with I'll figure it out. Shift I'm not ready to, I'm preparing. These aren't tricks. They redirect your mental energy. William Wilberforce fought the slave trade for decades, mocked and defeated, yet his inner voice declared, I am not born for a little corner. That belief fueled his victory. Your internal dialogue is your armor. Speak the future you want into existence, not with magic, but with conviction that drives action. The decisive moment. Every transformation starts with a decision, a line in the sand, a refusal to stay the same. Most lives stall not from inability, but indecision, circling possibilities without committing. Milton Hershey failed 3 times before building his chocolate empire. Creditors urged him to quit, but he decided to try again. That decision changed the world. You don't need perfect clarity, just courage for the next step. Plans without decisions are fantasies. Decisions without perfect plans become reality. What are you delaying? What permission are you waiting for? Decide now who you are, not someday, but today. Prove it through consistent action. Boldness unlocks doors fear tries to shut. Choose grit. Choose fire. Choose to endure until victory is yours. Your future is waiting for your courage. Claim it now.